Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the last chance qualifying. Should be the third race of the winter season, and for this LCQ we actually have a smaller turnabout because of the really cold weather. About 11 people in this last chance qualifying. So only 4 of them can progress still, so we're still going to have a full race of 24 for the final. But when I got in the car this morning it was 18 degrees. It is quite frigid out there. So less turnout there, very cold up in the tower, a little bit windy, but I've been hearing reports that the track actually gets quite grippy, so once they heat up the tires, they're still able to go really quite fast out there. So the grid up, it looks like we have Manny up there in third. I saw that William didn't quite make it into the final, so he's starting up there on the front row. And as the names clear from the last heat race, they're going to be looking to cross the line here, and I'll pan over to the green flag as that begins to get waved. As they go by on the front straight. Oh, I can't see the flag. The flag's waved and they're away. They're going to start rocketing off, trying to look for those 4 positions that they're trying to get in order to progress to the final. They're going to make their way through roller coaster. They're going to make it to clean. There's less people there, and so there's less people to get tangled with, and they do make it cleanly through roller coaster. As you may have noticed, our other commentator isn't here today at a family emergency, so I'm the one heading up the tower here. So if there's weird audio or weird camera angles, that may be a little bit too much of it, but I'll do my best to get it all captured, make sure that I can see all the racing going on. And it looks like they're going to the line. Manny up in third still, holding onto his position. Due to the cold, the races are also going to be shorter today, so instead of the full 20 minutes, it'll be 12-minute races, because we don't want people to lose some fingers for this racing here. And it looks like we got 2x2 action going into turn 3. We're going in reverse direction today. How's the overtake going to go? Come on, autofocus, you got this. It's 2 people in black suits, so I don't know if they swapped positions. And it looks like they settle into their places in a line right there. And it looks like there's a battle for 4th place going on with Manny. There's the balcony as they go across the front straight. There's a battle going on behind Manny for that final spot of 4th place. Remember, you need to be in 4th place in order to progress to the final. Very cold today, so the autofocus is kind of losing it. Also, my fingers are freezing on. I'm gonna need to glove up real quick. A lot of these racers out here are triple gloved because of just how intense the wind can bite at your fingers here. I'm very glad they're giving them a shorter race here, because it is freezing out here. It doesn't look like it, but you know how we normally have a lake or a pond out there? That is completely ice right there. And it looks like we have some battle going on for 4th place. 3 participants in this karting battle. Manny holding them off behind him, 2 wide behind Manny. Let's see how this pans out. And they sort themselves out. They get back into line, but it looks like we're probably going to see a return move. Yep, there it is. 2 wide again, going into roller coaster. Around double apex they go. Some 2 wide action near light bulb. Make sure they don't fall off the track. And back into the train they go through bus stop. I say train, but more aptly a giant bus of carts going through bus stop there. None of them stopping as they race hard. And 2 wide action as they go through turn 6, I believe that is. And then into turn 5, but there's someone on the inside of Manny as he loses his... Oh wait, no, Manny was making the move on 2nd place, but he wasn't able to make it stick as he falls back down to 3rd place. This is his chance to get into the final. I don't think I've seen him in the final for a while now. As they round about to turn 2, they go into single file action here. Down the pit straight they go. Some 2-wide action going into roller coaster. Will this pan out? They're able to keep it straight. I don't see any collisions or clashes going on here. They have the grip to make it work. First place is just running away with it. Let me check on who that is. Aiden Romaine, not able to make it into the final, but he's got quite the showing in LCQ. Showing us what it's like to be Paolo Pettini and lead the race with such a gap. I can only imagine what these racers are feeling in their fingers because mine are really hurting out here. Definitely going to go visit down the warmers that they have out in the pit straight in between this race and the final. It's a good thing they are caring about their racers here. They got these nice lamp-looking things that show fire. They got space heaters out there. You got to keep your hands warm in there because your hands are a very important part of the racing that's done out here because they control the steering wheel. As far as pedal work is concerned, you have to worry about the braking, but as far as gas, it's pretty much full throttle the whole way through because that's the only thing setting there is. But 3 wide going into roller coaster. Are they going to make this work? Could this be the chance of a collision? I see a little bit of minor contact as they go into a roller coaster, but they make it work. I'm going to keep following that battle. And they're still trying to make it through wide as they go through a light bulb into top of the world, but they eventually go back into single file. Oh, that sounded like a huge bump in there, but it looks like it might have been just a bump draft and braking. And I see a bit of dust picked up as someone goes wide onto the back straight. And it looks like I see some 2-wide action going into turn 3. I'd zoom in, but I need to keep my hands warm. At this point. It is dangerously cold out here. But they're able to race hard and fast. Everyone's got hand warmers in their gloves. 2 wide into the roller coaster again, but they're going to fall into line. He's just going to have the spot to squeeze in there. Around roller coaster they go again. 2 wide through there, and it looks like someone goes a little bit sideways and he loses the momentum and loses the spot. Unfortunately, the camera wasn't panned there. I was watching the race. Aiden with a huge lead as he goes through turns 5 and 4 onto the back straight. Manny's still holding on to his 3rd place spot. This is his chance to make it into the final as we see the final lap flag being waved. For the final, I'm definitely going to go down and get some hand warmers to put in my glove. And hopefully I can get some better shots as they roll in for their final lap here. Everyone's spread out already. It looks like the people that are going to make it in: Aiden, Kevin Mays, Manny Hernandez, and Colin Flynn. But Manny, there's a lot of pressure from behind. from Colin Flynn, and Baron is looking to want to make it in as well. Did Colin Flynn pass Manny in the final lap? 1, 2, 3, 4. Unless Manny's not wearing his yellow anymore, it looks like Colin Flynn did, and Manny's being passed by Baron. Is Baron going to steal Manny's spot in the final? He's pushing him through. Manny's cart is a little slow, it looks like, and so Baron's going to make a desperate attempt to pass him across the line, and he doesn't quite have the angle for it, and Manny makes it through. Baron does not. So with that, I'll see you in the final. Hello everyone, and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the final race of race 3 of the winter season. Had a little bit of a slow start due to a cart not working properly, needed to replace the cart, but they all sorted now, and we have all 24 racers out here for the final race that are setting up. So they're all gridding up here in the top. We still have the results of the LCQ up and going, but let's see if I can zoom in and get a look at who is up here starting the race. It looks like that could possibly be Paulo up there. I think I recognize Sebastian. Another guy in a yellow suit, but that isn't Manny. I see Ryan further back there. I see Thomas. I see the Rainmeister. And Manny is back there, finishing in 4th from the LCQ, but now they round out the pit straight. And as we get to the flag, I'd like to remind you, if you like watching these races, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps with the algorithm. And now, we're getting ready to start. The flag's waved and they're away. We're going to see them roar past down the pit straight as they try to jockey for position down roller coaster. It's a very risky part of the track. I don't hear anything and I don't see any contact, so they make their way through double apex. No problems there. Looks like someone's cart did. Oh, I know, they're taking out the cart that they replaced for Kevin Mays. Through a roller coaster they go, all still on the track as they jockey for positions. I'm not seeing or hearing any minor contact. They go out into their train through bus stop. As the leaders soar on ahead, we're going to see this huge line going through this corner here. All 24 carts still well within touching distance within each other. As I'm starting to see little gaps pour in here and there, they're going to make their way through the double apex here. And let's see if there's going to be any cheeky maneuvers going into turn 3. I don't see any too wide action going on. Everyone's just kind of safely in their line. It's very cold out here today, freezing temperatures. It's not even going to be 12 minutes. They're just timing it harsh on 7 laps, if I read the hand signals correctly. And so now they go along, finishing the first lap of the pit straight. I see some swerving action going on here. It's 2 wide action, 3 wide even, going into the roller coaster. And let's see what we got going on here. Through double apex, it looks like someone did get slammed up against the barrier in there. I'm going to zoom in. It looks like they already made their way out. Momentum completely shattered, which is unfortunate. And I see Sergey in that mix there on the outside through roller coaster, making it through, and it looks like he's making up some positions from what I can see here. Through the bus stop they go as they make their way through the sequence of turns 7 and 6. Now it looks like we got some action further back here. 5 and 4, but they get it sorted out as they go through this very fun sequence of corners and onto the back straight. We'll see. This is where people are going to try to make their moves. At the beginning of the pack, I'm not seeing much change, and yes, I was correct. Paulo Patini is leading this race. He's looking for 100% wins here. Sebastian, the leader of the Pro-Am, which was a couple seasons ago, is up there with him in 2nd place, which is very impressive. And it looks like we got a group of 3 there. Someone in orange. The High Viz. Going through a roller coaster there. People slowing down to make the corner of roller coaster. Already on to lap 3, if I'm counting correctly, and we see them all race around light bulb, trying to get the most optimal line through there. I'm not seeing any battles yet. There comes Paulo, front of shot, followed shortly by this battle for second and third, it looks like. So I'm going to keep track of that. Oh, but there's an even bigger battle going on there with a whole cluster of carts. I'm not even sure how this is going to go. Let's keep an eye on this one here, as I see some two-wide action as someone's left out to dry on the outside line. Buddy makes a return move on back, and we're seeing some three-wide action as we go into turn 2 here. Someone on the inside is going to have the advantage to that, but the person on the outside will have the advantage as well, the inside line through turn 1, and could possibly pull out ahead on the straight. But yeah, they're just 2x2 here. Someone forgot to tell them that the racing has started as they're into another formation for the rolling start. The wind is really picking up now. Huge cluster. Huge gust of wind coming through. That's going to impact their fingers a little bit, but they're all like triple gloved up if they're safe out there. Very cold day. When I got in the car this morning, it was like 18 degrees, with the wind chills feeling in the negatives. Very dry and cold day, but despite all that, the drivers are still saying it's pretty grippy out there. As I see some two-wide action going into this sequence of corners, that's going to compromise their momentum coming out onto the back straight. And Paulo really running away with it, with an insane lean up in first place, and the battle for second and third still going on. With that being Sebastian and Spencer. Spencer also commonly being seen on the podium. Huge line of carts. There's a huge battle in the midfield going on right now with all manner of people. Someone's pulling into the pits right now. Probably not satisfied with the performance of the cart. It's very cold, so some of the carts are bound to like struggle with that and not give the power that they're wanting for. It was a struggle just to find 24 carts for all these people, so it's understandable that we'll be seeing some mechanical issues with this intense cold. It's just the luck of the draw. And someone who's not unlucky right here is Paulo Patini, still leading the race, doing a great job at keeping that gap up and searching for that 100% win of the season. Very impressive what he's able to do with the cart. And it looks like we have a battle of 3 going on as someone tries to sneak their way onto the outside possibly there, but not quite. They still keep it in line. Huge battle in the midfield. It looks like while I was looking at the midfield, Spencer was able to get by Sebastian, and Sebastian will be looking to make a return move at some point. I'm going to keep my eyes on that battle since that doesn't seem to be cooling down. There's just so much to get distracted by with all the midfield battles going on. 24 carts out here is pretty intense. It's really cool that they're able to do that. And through bus stop they go. Spencer trying to widen that gap and possibly catch up to Paulo to intervene in his attempt at getting that 100% win rate of the season. But Sebastian keeping him honest, right on his tail. Let's see if he's able to take advantage of the wind and get that draft to go for an overtake there. Not quite. He was pretty close, but it wasn't able to like pull alongside him here. He's going to be looking to take alternative lines as he's really pulling up behind him, try to make something work. Through the final corner they go. And let's see if he's able to get an overtake in the works here. Zooming by they go, taking up all that speed, all that momentum, going up to 50 miles per hour in these rental carts. Through a roller coaster they go, keeping each other honest. I see some two-wide action going in the roller coaster here. The person on the inside was able to make the move done. Good job on that. The battle for second still going strong. With that battle happening, fourth place is really looking to come up there and get his spot on the podium as well. Who's in fourth place? Well, it looks like Stephen Barrett, 50 cal himself. So we'll see how that goes. There's Paulo going into the sequence of 5 and 4. And Stephen Barrett catching up to the back of Spencer Sebastian. Let's see how this kicks off as the battle progresses. Although it won't be much longer, as I see the white flag being held, getting ready to be waved. So we must be on lap 6 here. Which is the mercy for me, because even though I'm not out in the carts, the wind is still very cold and my fingers are feeling it despite being gloved. So final lap, flag is waved for Paulo, followed by Spencer, Sebastian, and Stephen Barrett. Paulo with a very commanding lead. Just one more hot lap. I'm trying to set as fast as a lap as he can. In fact, how fast are the laps? 78 second lap times from the leaders here. That is insanely fast. I've only occasionally done 79 fives myself, and those were on really good days when I had really good carts. So these guys are booking it out here. There's just so much more they can heat up the tires when it's this cold. But the battle for the last spot on the podium is still going. In fact, it's the battle for second, as we see Spencer still leading the way, followed by Sebastian, and Spencer's forced to go on the inside line, but we have an undercut, and Sebastian takes it back, and Steven falls right behind him. Oh my goodness. I think Spencer just lost 2 positions, but no, he's able to hold it out. It's an intense battle for second. Apollo crosses the line, winning the race, and who's going to get that second place? It's hard to tell, but it looks like when it falls down, it's Sebastian who clears that second place. Steven takes third, and Spencer lost those 2 positions, falling out of the podium. He wasn't second, but that clever undercut from Sebastian gets in that spot on the podium, and Steven is there to pick up the pieces. Great racing. Great job there on this cold weather. 7 laps. And Paulo still holding his 100% win rate of the season. And with that, we'll see him on the top spot of the podium. And I'll see you on the podium in this next cut.
Coming in second place, he had best lap of the 79.018. Also got up to second place on the last lap. Only 4.3 off the lead. Taking second place, Sebastian. Elizade Castaneda. How close? Close. We'll get there. All right, and taking that top spot.
Yeah? No way.
78.609. 4.5 second lead. Has Paulo petitioned the Paulo rule to you guys yet? You guys know what that rule is?
Oh, no, but I don't know if I want to know.
When you have a 7-second lead, you can just pull in.
Yeah. That's just